You ever have one of those mornings where you're just rolling along, not a care in the world, and then bam, your entire sense of safety gets yanked out from under you? That was me not so long ago on what should have been just another peaceful Tuesday. They say quiet neighborhoods attract the weirdest drama, but I never really believed it until the day two fake HOA enforcers kicked in my front door waving around fake authority and walked headlong into a 175-pound retired K9 who doesn't play games. Yeah, that was the day my old shepherd Cody reminded everyone what real justice feels like. So picture this. It's about 10:40 in the morning. Sun is pouring in, and I'm standing in my kitchen finishing off a second cup of coffee from a mug that says Design, Revise, Repeat, which honestly is the only kind of prophecy I ever wanted. My laptop's open, some freelance graphic design job half done, and there's Cody stretched out by the front door, all muscle-thick fur, and those amber eyes that can make you feel seen through. He's always had this way of looking totally chill until the exact second he isn't. Now, you know that feeling when something feels off, but you can't put your finger on it. There was this tiny sound, barely a shuffle like gravel shifting, and suddenly Cody's ears shoot up. He doesn't bark, doesn't even growl, he just goes stone still. That's his tell. When Cody locks in like that, you listen, no questions asked. So I mute my music, tiptoe to the front window, and peek nobody there. The street's empty, not even a parked car, just sunlight and one lonely trash bin. I'm turning away, ready to call myself paranoid, when my front door just explodes inward, wood flying, hinges shrieking, and two guys barrel in like they're starring in some second-rate cop show. No uniforms, just those windbreakers with HOA enforcement slapped across the chest in big white letters. And the first thing out of the taller guy's mouth is, "Step away from the dog, you're in violation of HOA Code 37B, unauthorized construction." He shoves me so hard I hit the floor while his partner stands guard by the entry talking into a walkie. But here's the kicker. I don't live in an HOA. That was half the reason I bought this place in the first place. No board, no dues, no angry letters about mailbox colors, just peace and quiet. I try to tell them, "You've got the wrong house, man," but they don't even look at me. And then I spotted the badge hanging from the second guy's belt, all flimsy plastic and crooked print like a kid's Halloween costume. That's when it all clicks. These guys aren't cops and they aren't legit. And suddenly the fear flips. I'm angry at being targeted, angry that they picked a house where the only crime is unfinished landscaping. I know I'm in real danger, but I also know something they don't. Cody's not just a dog. He's a retired police K9 trained for moments just like this. He's up now, shoulders squared, breath barely moving his chest, eyes locked on the man who shoved me. Everything happens fast. The first guy crosses the living room threshold and Cody launches, not wild, not out of control, but like a freight train with a badge. There's this deep, guttural sound that rolls out of him, the kind that hits your nerves before your ears, and then contact. Cody pulls the guy backward so hard he slams into the wall, howling. The other man, the one with the fake badge, fumbles for pepper spray but freezes when Cody clamps his jaws professional controlled onto the first intruder's forearm. I'm scrambling up dizzy, but Cody's in charge now, pinning this man with the kind of weight that doesn't ask permission. I yell Cody back, but he's not listening to me. He's reading the room, waiting for the next move, making it clear nobody's getting hurt unless they keep pushing. The second man sees it too, and panic finally cracks his enforcer mask. He bolts, runs right out the door, and vanishes around the hedge, gone before I can even breathe. Now it's just me, Cody, and one very unlucky wannabe cop sobbing on my floor, blood seeping into his sleeve, while Cody stands over him, just watching, not attacking, just daring him to try something else. This wasn't a random break-in. These guys came here with a plan, uniforms almost good enough to fool you, a story rehearsed down to the fake law they quoted. But they didn't bother checking records, didn't realize I had a retired K9, or that I'm the sort of guy who takes 1,000 photos before the cops even show up. And when the police finally arrive, 11 minutes, but it feels like a year. They don't come in guns blazing. Instead, the first thing they do is separate me, ask if I own firearms, then if my dog's ever shown aggression. I'm standing there showing them video of the break-in, fake badge and all, and they're more interested in paperwork than outrage. One officer finally admits, low and awkward, "This isn't the first time we've had a call like this. Not usually your street, though. Usually the next subdivision over." Turns out these two men were part of a compliance advisory team, a bunch of self-appointed vigilantes from a nearby community, who thought they could enforce their own rules by expanding their patrol area. No law, no contract, not even the actual HOA backing them up. Just the nerve to act like real authority. When I got an official statement from the real HOA, they were shocked. We never authorized this. These people aren't ours. And I'll be real with you, that was the part that made my blood boil. The door can be fixed, but the idea that some self-righteous committee can just break into your home, terrorize you all because you put up a shed or didn't mow your lawn to their standards, that's next level crazy. If Cody hadn't been there, if I'd had a different kind of dog, or worse, no dog at all, who knows how far they'd have taken it. 3 weeks later, I'm sitting in a dusty little courtroom watching the man who broke into my home sit across from me, arm in a sling, face set in this "aw shucks, I was just following orders" routine. His lawyer tries to spin it, calls it excessive force, says Cody was a danger, paints the whole thing as a misunderstanding. But my attorney, a calm guy named James Rohr, lays out the facts: security footage, photos, vet records, a voicemail from the committee planning the break-in like it's pizza delivery. The judge listens, nods, then hands down the ruling: felony trespass impersonation, unlawful entry, restitution to the penny, with a warning that criminal charges might be next. The next week, the compliance team is shut down for good. The fake windbreakers disappear, no more intimidation walks, and the real HOA scrambles to distance themselves as fast as possible. I don't celebrate, I don't tweet, I just get my door fixed, upgrade the cameras, and take Cody out for a steak medium rare every night for a week, because honestly, he earned it. The story gets out anyway, though. Local media picks it up, headlines about hero dog foils, fake cops, pictures of Cody looking regal as ever in front of my new reinforced door. I get calls from radio stations, even get invited to a podcast. Somebody jokes, "That's not a guard dog, that's a furry lawsuit with teeth." People laugh, but for me it isn't really funny. It's a reminder how fragile trust is and how fast some folks will abuse any scrap of authority, real or fake. A month after court, I move, rural property, edge of town. No HOA, just trees and gravel driveways, and the kind of peace you only appreciate after it's been stolen. I install more cameras, reinforce the gate, not because I'm scared, but because I know better now. Cody gets a yard the size of a Park Sunrise patrol's, and the kind of rest every old K9 deserves. The second guy, the one who ran, never saw him again, never pressed charges. I figure hearing Cody's growl in his nightmares is punishment enough. Some folks will say I should have made a bigger deal, posted videos, made a scene. But when justice really works, you don't need a spotlight. You just need to be heard. Sometimes that justice has a badge, sometimes it has fangs and 4 legs. So, what would you have done? Should I have chased it harder? Made the whole neighborhood pay attention? Or is it enough to know that for once the right person got the message loud and clear? Let me know down below, because honestly, in this world of fake badges and real threats, maybe we all need a little more Cody on our side.